Oh, what is up everyone? This is OJ over here from PlayerEssence and welcome back to another PE Nintendo Switch video. Today we've got a lot of great information for you in addition to some new tidbits on Laura Kate Dale's AMA that she recently did, and just more information, more stuff that was clarified, a bunch of great stuff with Nintendo of Japan and what they're doing there, more Japanese support, and more Japanese support for the Nintendo Switch. A lot of good stuff, so let's go ahead and jump right in. So Japan's hand-on Switch events will last up to 7 hours on both days. In the latest Famitsu, there were scans posted. One of the images for an ad for the upcoming hands-on Switch event in Japan. Fans will be able to stop by on January 14th and January 15th to try out the new system at the Tokyo Big site. Nintendo is even planning on hosting a special music performances, I should say. The ad confirms that on both days, the experiences will last up to 7 hours and will be held between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. though new visitors won't be accepted after 4 p.m. So once again, Nintendo is going in big with the Nintendo Switch. Obviously, a lot is riding on this system's success, and I do feel that Nintendo is going to ensure that everyone knows exactly what the Nintendo Switch is and exactly what it can do, especially domestically with these massive events that they're having. But they're having big events pretty much worldwide, so good stuff to hear that Japan will be getting a big dose of the Nintendo Switch in January as well. Moving on to the next topic here. So there is some information on the next Crashmo game, or at least Crashmo World, which that was canceled for the Wii U, and Intelligent Systems is now pushing all of their resources, or far more resources, into developing games on the Nintendo Switch. So Liam Robertson from Unseen64 has talked about this in a new video where he talked about Pushmo and Crashmo and how Intelligent Systems, the series developers, they were working on this game for the Wii U. But as the Wii U's fate has begun to be pretty much be sealed at this point, that system is dead, and Nintendo Switch projects have lined up. The head management over at Intelligent Systems decided that it'd be better to pull those staffers off of Crashmo World on the Wii U and get them working on Nintendo Switch projects, since they do have multiple Switch projects in development at Intelligent Systems, and you have to think there is Advance Wars and Fire Emblem. I think those would be the two games if you really want to bring something to the Nintendo Switch. If you really want to get people interested, especially that core fan base that was on the Game Boy Advance, that was on the GameCube, you need to have a Fire Emblem game and you need to have an Advance Wars game. It has been way too long since we've seen either one of those franchises as far as the vanilla games of those on the consoles. Okay, so we definitely need those back, and I feel that those are the two games Intelligent Systems is working on. They have teams big enough to do so, and I think we're going to see Fire Emblem on the Nintendo Switch, and we're also going to see Advance Wars on the Nintendo Switch at some point. Any resources that you do have diverted to some other things definitely can help out, especially if you're going to have a big HD platform. That is the strongest platform that these guys have ever worked on, so you definitely need to make sure that you have everyone available for those. So pretty cool stuff there. I'm not a big Pushmo or Crashmo fan, so I do not care, and I am happy that they're getting more resources towards their bigger projects. Make sure you check out the description below. There you'll have a link over to Liam Robertson's video to where you can watch the full details there. Next, I talked about how Japanese developers are gearing up for the Nintendo Switch, and yes, it is true. We've got a developer that normally doesn't develop on Nintendo home consoles or Nintendo devices really at all, pledging support to this system, the Nintendo Switch, but not only just one or two games, but multiple projects lined up. So Nippon Ichi Software is confirmed as partners for the Nintendo Switch, but it's unclear whether or not the company will actually be working on projects for the platform. However, we can now say there is proper development. So here's what the Nippon Ichi Software president had to say on the matter. He said, Nippon Ichi Software will deliver various content from Gifu Prefecture, I probably said that wrong, to the world in 2017, as well as actively launching new IP in the consumer game market. But it doesn't end there. We will steadily take on new initiatives. We also have Nintendo Switch projects, plural, so please look forward to that. Adding that there has been some skepticism whether they're actually going to be putting software out, but it seems like he wants to put all of that to rest with multiple projects for them. Now, they've really developed only on PlayStation systems. They're known for that. They did some DS stuff or some 3DS stuff early in the days, but it looks like Disgaea and Phantom Brave could be projects that are going to be heading to the Nintendo Switch, as well as other titles that they do develop, but I feel there's going to be a lot more than just that. There's going to be more Japanese developers that are coming to this, because you're starting to see stuff like, for example, Yakuza 6 not selling up to expectations because it's only on the PS4. And the PS4, while it is the console leader in Japan, it still isn't doing great, and they need more systems in order to sell more software. So expect many Japanese developers to be putting games on the Nintendo Switch. Alright, and moving on to some clarification on what Laura Kate Dale said, and I've actually already made 2 videos on this with her AMA that she recently had on Reddit, but I did want to go over it because it's a little bit more organized at this point, so I can break it down to you guys and give my opinion on it cleanly. So here we go. So, quotations from Laura Kate Dale: 2 third-party exclusive games at launch, with the rumored Rabbids and Mario crossover being one of them. She thinks Retro Games' new project won't be talked about at the event in January. Initial virtual console library won't be large. Small upgrade fee required for games already owned on the Wii U/3DS. 20 plus new Pokemon for the rumored Pokemon Sun and Moon port on the Switch. However, Tom Phillips of Eurogamer, who initially leaked the report, doesn't think that that is likely. Although most features of the Switch are known via leaks at this point, she thinks there will be a few surprises left for the January event. One unexpected new IP will be shown. Purchases are tied to an account, not the system. Hallelujah. The new Mario game will be playable at various preview and press events in January. Splatoon, Smash Bros, and Mario Kart 8 are enhanced ports, not entirely new games. Mario Kart is an extensive port, while Smash Bros has minimal new additions. She has heard that Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild won't be available at launch, but Nintendo's marketing so far seems to contradict this. A short teaser for Beyond Good and Evil 2 is in the works, but she doesn't know if it will be ready for the January event. Like Emily Rogers, she has also heard about Mother 3 from very reputable sources, but she has no clue why it hasn't materialized yet. Monolith Soft is working on a new game, not a Xenoblade Chronicles X port. This new game will be similar to Xenoblade games in terms of its combat style. It's potentially possible to run the Switch at full clock speed in portable mode, though this is likely a developer choice, not a user level toggle. Miiverse is returning. Screenshots and videos can be posted there via the share button on the Nintendo Switch. Alright guys, this is the big one that I want to make sure that I clarify. Multiple different development kits are in the hands of developers at the moment, with one that went out in October being more powerful than the one that went out in July. Joy-Cons have analog triggers. Hallelujah. Some games might support Wii remotes. Now, these are rumors, so you should take it as that. But the one thing that I want to focus in on as far as the multiple different development kits, so many people are saying, and even what Laura Kate Dale said here, is that the specs that were reported on from Eurogamer, those were from the dev kits that were from July, and in October, the bigger publishers got more powerful dev kits. Do not expect the final product to be a Tegra X1 downclocked. Now, we've also looked at what Nvidia has said on their official site, and obviously there is a ton of customizations that they said they've done to this. They're not just taking a Tegra X1 and downclocking it. At this point, I think there's enough evidence based on what Nvidia has said and based on what we're hearing about at this point to say that I'm not sure if the full report from what Eurogamer had to say is going to be the final product. I'm not doubting what they said as far as that it was in there, the dev kits. Yes, the dev kits were probably a downclocked Tegra X1 at some point as they're doing testing and upgrading throughout the process, but I doubt that's what the final product is going to be. It does not make sense based on what Nvidia is saying and based on what Laura Kate Dale is saying at this point too. Pretty good stuff all around. Some new bits that I do like in there. One unexpected new IP being shown. I can't wait for that. I want to see what they do with Smash Bros, Mario Kart 8, and Splatoon as far as those games. Remember, I have said these are all platform style games, and what I mean by that is that they transcend actually having individual iterations. To me, they need to be out on your systems and you need to be adding content to them constantly because they just sell constantly. Splatoon still sells constantly. Smash Bros still sells constantly. Mario Kart 8 has sold over 8 million units in about 2 years time, a little bit over 2 years time. So it's constantly selling and you need to get these games out, add content to them, then if you want, make a new iteration down the line. But they definitely need to be on your system as fast as possible, because you know there's rollover. People want to play that on your new system, so I see those as platform games. So pretty good stuff all around. A little bit of clarification on those things, virtual console and whatnot, Pokemon Sun and Moon port. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and hit that like button if you did like it. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for more news, reviews, trailers, tips and tricks, and everything in gaming. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys for the next video. Peace.